Out news this morning, the son of a legendary filmmaker could face the death penalty after police say he killed his parents. And millions of enrollees still don't know how much they'll pay for their health care next year, as Congress has yet to pass a deal.
Dedicated to Eastern and Southern Kentucky, this is WYMT Mountain News This Morning.
Welcome to Mountain News This Morning. I'm Caroline Mueller here with you on this Wednesday, December 17th. We are inching up on that 5 o'clock hour, so let's check in with meteorologist Megan Desmond for a look at your forecast this morning. Now, Megan, when I first walked out the door, I was pretty cold, and then when I got to my car, I realized maybe I'm being a little dramatic. There's not even frost on my car.
Yeah, it's not as cold as it has been this weekend, but that doesn't discredit you from feeling like it's cold outside because it's definitely still a little chilly. We're talking temperatures this morning in a mixture of the 30s and 40s. However, for our far northern counties, we're seeing pretty warm temperatures. I mean, 50 degrees right now in Stanton and Louisa, 48 in Moorhead. So it's getting warm for some folks. And by the time we head into the afternoon, we will be seeing temperatures warming up to a mixture of the upper 40s and low 50s. It's going to be a relatively pleasant day temperature-wise. Unfortunately, though, it's going to be plenty cloudy. Not really going to see too much of a break from those clouds today, with mostly cloudy to cloudy skies all day long. In fact, that's already starting this morning. In terms of what we're looking at throughout the course of the day, though, cloudy skies, mostly cloudy skies, high temperatures around that 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock time frame, and staying nice and dry. Caroline.
Thanks, Megan. The Wise County Sheriff's Office is investigating a woman who was found dead. The body was discovered in the Roxswitch area. Officials have identified the woman as 57-year-old Colleen Hamilton. Her body was sent to the chief medical examiner to determine the cause of and manner of death. Authorities are asking anyone with information to contact the Wise County Sheriff's Office. Police say a dangerous fugitive is off the streets in London, Kentucky. Police arrested 26-year-old Jaron Allen Dennis of Columbus, Ohio, Monday night. The arrest followed a tip from Newark, Ohio Police Department. Dennis was wanted on several felony charges, including armed robbery. He also had active robbery warrants out of Grant County, Kentucky. Dennis is now being held in the Laurel County Detention Center. Investigators have released new enhanced videos of the person of interest in Saturday's deadly shooting at Brown University. The person of interest, said to be about 5'8", seen walking through the residential neighborhood near Brown hours before the attack. Overnight on social media, President Trump criticized the school's surveillance system, asking why Brown had so few security cameras.
I'm confident that a member of the public is going to recognize this person, perhaps a family member. Some cases have broken this way after a period of days.
There are more than 1,000 surveillance cameras across Brown University, but authorities say with the site of the shooting on the edge of campus in an older building, no cameras were in a position to capture the shooter. Nick Reiner could face the death penalty after Los Angeles officials announced they will charge him in the murders of his parents, director Rob Reiner and wife Michelle. Officials say they believe he killed his parents using a knife, though they have not given many details on the case, saying they prefer to present their evidence in court. This comes as new surveillance shows the moment Nick Reiner was taken into custody. CBS News' Michael George has more from New York.
New surveillance video shows Nick Reiner the night he was arrested inside a gas station and later across the street as police cars pull up and surround him. Police say he was taken into custody without incident.
This case is heartbreaking and deeply personal.
Now, Nick Reiner is behind bars and facing first-degree murder charges in the killings of his parents, Rob and Michelle Reiner.
These charges carry a maximum sentence of life in prison without the possibility of parole or the death penalty. No decision at this point has been made with respect to the death penalty.
The 32-year-old is awaiting his first court appearance because he hasn't yet been medically cleared, according to his attorney.
Every single inmate goes through a medical clearance before they can be transported to court, every one of them. Okay. And that's a process. It's just a procedural issue.
This as new details are also emerging about Nick Reiner's movements in the hours before his parents' bodies were discovered with stab wounds inside their home in the Brentwood section of Los Angeles. Sources tell CBS News that on Saturday night, the Reiners attended a Christmas party at the home of comedian Conan O'Brien, and that Rob and Nick had a loud argument. It's still unknown when the alleged knife attack occurred. Police haven't given many details on the case or what led them to Nick Reiner. He's currently being held without bond. Michael George, CBS News.
18 months after Donald Trump promised to release the Epstein files on the campaign trail, the administration now has a legal deadline of Friday to do so. It's been 11 months since President Trump took office, and for 11 months, the Epstein files have remained sealed. Congress passed a bill to intervene, which legally forces their release by this Friday.
That bill set a specific deadline, December 19th, and it is a must. It's not a may, it's a must.
White House Press Secretary Caroline Leavitt has maintained President Trump has done nothing wrong, despite Democrats saying his name allegedly appears in the files nearly 1,500 times. Millions of Obamacare enrollees still don't know how much they will pay for their health care next year. Congress is in the last few workdays of the year with no viable deal to keep health care costs down on January 1st. Two different small groups in Congress have bipartisan legislation that would provide some extension to the subsidies with some reforms. But leaders in either party do not appear ready to support those plans, leaving a deal by the end of the week unlikely. Several members of Congress filed new legislation to help coal miners access black lung benefits. The Black Lungs Benefits Improvement Act and the Relief for Survivors of Miners Act would help coal miners apply for medical and disability benefits. It also aims to increase the amount miners with black lung and their families receive in benefits each month. Roughly 1,600 workers at a manufacturing facility in Kentucky will lose their jobs as production moves away from electric batteries. Instead, they're focusing on shifting to advanced energy storage systems. According to Ford, the manufacturing plant in Hardin County is set to change production from electric car batteries to energy storage systems for data centers, utilities, and large industrial customers. Governor Andy Beshear says he's optimistic for the change, but blames the slowdown of the EV industry on the Trump administration and members of Congress.
I still believe that we'll be the EV capital of the world. It's just going to take longer.
On October 1st, a $7,500 tax credit incentive to buy electric vehicles expired. Back in September, Governor Beshear resecured just under $18 million to fund EV charging stations along highways. Part of a highway in Harlan County honors the memory of a state senator. The Senator Johnny L. Turner Memorial Highway sign was presented to his family in Harlan yesterday. Folks gathered to remember Turner, who died last year after an accident at his home. Senator Scott Maiden delivered a tribute to his predecessor. A section of roadway on East Highway 221 in Bledsoe is named in honor of Turner. Thanks for getting your day started with us here on Mountain News this morning. Still to come, do you read just for fun? Well, new surveys suggest Americans are reading a lot less, and why some worry it could hurt our health.
And we're looking at 50s as the high today, but 60s for some as the high tomorrow.